Have you ever woken up and said, "Man, I feel like death"? Maybe you have, but have you ever actually been death? Well, in Flipping Death from our friends over at Thunderful and Zoink Games, you can experience what it's like to be death. In fact, you could take the shoes of Penny Doewood, who falls to her unfortunate death and ends up on the other side, needing to find a way back to her body and her boyfriend
Penny
and
Newwood had just
her
been
life of
fired.
not
This
being
was not
able
the
to
first
successfully
time
hold
she'd
many
been
jobs.
fired for. In
We're
other
thankful that
words,
Zoink Games and
describing
Thunderful sent over a
things
review
up.
copy of this game
But it
for
would
us,
be her
and in this
last.
quick review, I'm going to tell
Deciding
you
not to let a
why or
funeral
why
home bring her
not
down,
you should
Penny
buy
drove off with
Flipping
her
Death for the
boyfriend,
Nintendo
Eric,
Switch, which,
to
as you're
try to have
watching
a
this
fun
video,
night out.
it's out. It's on the
And were
eShop.
it not for someone,
Here's a spoiler.
something
It's good.
appearing on the road
It's a
in
good
front of
game.
them,
Zoink makes good
she
games.
might
They are
have
the
succeeded.
people who gave us Stick It to the
Seeing
Man.
something on the
They're the
road,
people who gave us
Penny did the
Faye.
sensible
They're
thing
they're
and
they're good
crashed her
people,
car into
and
a
so we're
tree.
thankful for them sending this over.
Luckily for
But
Penny,
my job is to
they
tell you
didn't
whether or
kill her.
not whether it's a good game,
Unluckily
but
for
whether I
Penny,
think you should
sneaking
buy it
into
or not.
creepy old
Whether I
mausoleum
think you
full
should play
makeouts
this, and at
afterwards.
$20 or
Perhaps
so
steal a
in the
rocking
eShop,
floor and fall
that's
to
a
a
hefty
gruesome
price
death.
tag for an indie
Did
game
give
these
her
days, especially when other
Did.
games are out right
Thank you
now,
for
like
playing.
Dead Cells
There
and
is no
Overcooked
moral.
2 and all kinds of other things. And yes, I
Okay,
am
fine.
ranking Flipping Death
Meanwhile,
up
as
in
the
that,
player
upper
controlling the game,
echelon, that
you're
top tier of
technically
games that kind of
responsible.
go along with that. And all of that said, just to stall through the loading screen and for us to be able to get to our review.
Where
Penny
am
wakes
I?
up, she's in
What
the land of the
happened?
dead, and she meets
Holy
kooky
crap!
characters like this weird sea captain who has an
The
anchor sticking
land
out of his
of the
head.
dead.
And you'll notice very quickly that the art style is very, very similar to Stick It to the Man. And so is the music. And so is the voice acting. And eventually, so is the gameplay. We'll get to that here in a minute. But we're going to head up here into the upper parts of Flatwood Peaks, which is the town that Penny lives in. And this is the land of the dead side. And you meet kooky characters like the pirate
Sorry,
with
not
a beefy
yet.
tennis
Also,
arm,
not
the
into
witch,
Hey
maybe,
there,
with
newbie.
fire on her
Don't
head,
forget to book the
and others, until you eventually make your way over here and meet Death himself,
It's my
who's
problem
talking
that
to
not-
a lady.
My apologies, Lady
This problem.
Elderdoe, as I'm sure.
When you talk to
Hey,
him,
sorry
Death
to
comes to
interrupt,
believe that you
whatever
are the
this is,
temp
but
that
I
he
think
called
there's
for so
small
that he can
chance
have a
I may
vacation,
died,
and thus your
somehow,
adventure
and-
starts
what are
with
you
Death
doing here?
going on vacation
Humans
to the
aren't
only
allowed-
place where he thinks no one has died, the moon. Meanwhile, the elder Lady Doe,
didn't give you
or
any
Lady
training in
Elder Doe,
chemistry,
gives
did they?
you
No,
a,
because I'm
a
not
quick tutorial
just
on how to
typical.
use your newly minted
Alright,
death
I'll do
powers,
basics.
such as throwing
See
your
those
scythe,
ghost
teleporting,
quizzes? I need you
and
to
possessing
crouch.
people.
Throw your
That's right.
scythe up there,
In
then
this
use
game,
it
you
to
possess
switch your
people,
powers to
you cause them to
teleport
do
yourself
things,
right
it
to
helps
it.
other people, or it
Wait,
helps them,
this
and then
thing
you move on.
teleports?
Kind of like
No
how in
way.
Stick It to
No
the Man,
way.
you got in
That's
people's
awesome.
minds,
I
you
can
controlled them, or
definitely
you
be the
stuck a
temp
sticker
lady.
there. And so that's really the difference between this and Stick It to the Man. And in Stick It to the Man, you were taking ideas from people's brains or from the surrounding scenario or setting and sticking them in and on people. In this, you're actually possessing them and causing them to do things and manipulate the environment. And so we'll hold the right stick to throw the scythe. We'll press ZR to teleport. And then we'll pick up these guys who are basically in-game currency so that you can possess people.
Thanks.
And that's pretty much the gist of the game. When you see this person or people outlined in purple, you can possess them.
That's rarely necessary.
You'll pay the necessary souls or currency required, and then you can take control of them on the other side. You can move them, they can jump, and they can use what's in their hands. And as you notice, there are all kinds of crazy characters. You hold X near a human to possess them, or an animal. Surprise. You may even possess an animal in this game. I won't spoil it. I'm in chapter 3. That's all I'm going to say. And so, yeah.
I got nowhere better to be than right here.
Right Now, this game obviously has some glitches and has some things going on as we're experiencing right now. That needed to tell you that I needed to press the L button to read the person's mind,
What odd.
and it
Seems like you learn
didn't.
all
And
sorts of
after
useful
that,
things while
after you
mind
read their
reading.
mind, and you don't always have to
And
read
less
their mind to
useful.
do this,
Now,
you
what
can take
happens if I
control
push
of
here?
them,
This is
and
fun.
you can actually
Walk around on the road?
flail this guy's ice cream
Well,
around
either.
and, like,
I'm
you know,
totally intending to do
give it
this.
to people,
I'll do
and
cool
it might
stuff
make
for
people happy or it
objects
might
now
make them
anyway.
mad. And then you press X to unpossess.
All
And
right,
you'll
back
notice
you up
after you
then.
possess someone,
I'm
their
pretty
aura
sure
turns
I've
orange,
got
which means you can
murder.
possess them
I
for
remember
free
getting married and
at
then
any time.
bam,
And for the
got
rest of this
sick.
game, we're going to try to
Oh,
figure
I
out
can't move on
what
until
makes
my
people
killer is
unhappy
brought to
in the
justice.
afterlife and what we can
I'm
do to
freezing
help
my
them
bum off.
move
Send me
on,
someplace cold.
all while
And it
trying to get
smells
Penny's
like,
body
I
back
won't
in the
say
process.
TV
So the
dinner.
question is, should you buy this
Go
game?
find
Well,
my killer,
here's a
Tim.
couple of things.
I have a
Are you a
feeling
fan
should
of
check
Zoink
my
games?
bag
Are
for
you a
these
fan of Stick It to the
luncheons.
Man and other games like that? If you are, then you should probably buy this game because it's more of the same. It follows that same, admittedly very good formula, and I think you'll really like it. If you're a fan of older games like Monkey Island or Maniac Mansion, this isn't necessarily a point and click adventure, but it is the kind of back and forth, figure this out to make this happen, and chain reaction type puzzle
Oh, so
like
that's
that.
how come nobody can escape death.
But
There's a magic map
it
on its
is
side.
kind of a steep
It all
price
makes
tag
sense.
for what is basically a sequel or a spiritual successor to Stick It to the Man. And if you did not like Stick It to the Man, then you will not like Flipping Death. It is definitely more of the same, and it's definitely, again, executed very well. We love our friends over at Zoink and Thunderful, but
Ahoy!
honestly,
I see old
if there's nothing
secret
revolutionary
mistresses up
here to me
What
that
about
you
that
did not
lover?
see in Stick It to the Man
Danger
if you've
myself
played
with
that game before.
After
And
me
if you want,
mistress,
if you're not sure about whether you like this type of game or not, Stick It to the Man, I believe, is cheaper
You know, I
on the
would
Nintendo
guess
eShop
holding a
than
book
Flipping
that you
Death, and you can
effectively
dip a
named
toe
the
in there and see.
FFI
Personally, I like the
having a
setting of
bath.
Flipping Death way
Kinda
better. I like the
puts her off.
storyline way better, and
Oh,
so
yeah,
I
it
think
did.
that for me this would be a
Oh, I
worthy
burned
purchase.
you
And
like
so if
tennis
all of
rays.
those categories fit
Hit
in
me
for
before
you,
I could finish
then
painting
yes,
the
I
boat.
think you should buy this
Well,
game.
a
I
blank
think
slate
that
now,
it
for a fresh coat of
unfortunately
paint,
it's
that'll be
releasing on a
far
very
more
highly
likely with
competitive
rose in peace.
day in the Nintendo eShop, but there is still lots to love here and lots to merit a purchase. And so, guys, thanks for watching this video review of Flipping Death, and thanks again to Zoink and Thunderful for sending us over a copy. You can keep it locked right here on YouTube to watch all of our videos, and also every Friday, download our new podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. We thank you for watching, and if you're a fan of the show or you're just checking this out for the first time, thanks. We really do appreciate everything that you do, every watch, every listen, every like. We love it, and thank you so much. And so for the rest of the guys over at Nintendo Dads, this is Marty. Bye-bye.